I'm live. I like going live. This is probably my most going live in a while. Where's my other slipper? Hey. I've gotten so much feedback since I put up my story yesterday about my cramps. And people ask, I got a few questions people ask. So basically, yesterday I put on my stories that I was going live. I came on, I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something like I had a horrible day. I went to work and came on my period, had a horrible day because I had cramps all day long. And I don't let me start. So it's funny because I'm super regular when it comes to my cycle. And usually I'm coming on like, meh. For those that just tuned in, I'm cramps and stuff tonight. Real quick. It's not going to be a long video, but I'm going to be talking about cramps. And so put up the video that put up the story that I was having a horrible day and I had bad cramps. And it's funny because I'm super regular. I always come on like the 11th or the 12th of every month. And the 11th came, no period. The 12th came, no period. I'm like, okay, I know I'm not pregnant, but what's going on? I was like, ooh, maybe I'm menopausal. And somebody else might be like, don't ask for that. That it brings on a whole bunch of other stuff. But I'm sick of having a period. Like, can somebody just come and snatch all of this out? I don't need it. I don't want it. Just come get it. So I thought that I was about to be pre 44 in a couple of months. And it can happen to somebody, in their 40s. It can happen to somebody in their 30s, depending on, what they have going on in their body. So I thought it was happening to me. So yes, today is the 16th. So yesterday was the 15th. I woke up, everything's fine. I get to work about an hour into me being at work, come on my period. Oh. Oh my goodness. The worst. No warning. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, uterus, and everything going on this month? No warning. Luckily, I drive a truck at work. I have some tampons that I stash in my work truck because I usually wear a cup. I'm a cup fan. I've been a cup fan for probably about 3-4 years. I've been wearing a cup. I don't do nothing else but cups, but the tampons are for emergencies only. And I so I popped the tampon, everything's fine, but the cramps, usually it's not till day 2 that I have really bad cramps. But these cramps were kicking my ass all day long. And I did not want to you know, go and get any over the counter medications from CVS or Walgreens or something like that. That stuff is bad. NSAIDs and stuff like that. They have so many. If you look at the warning label, there's so many different side effects. Like we take so much prescription and over the counter medicine for all these different things. And so I've been when of course, modern medicine's coming up a long way. I do still use some prescriptions sometimes as needed, but for stuff that I need to take on a normal basis, I don't want to take any over the counter medications. I don't want to, get ulcers because when I'm having my cramps, I'm popping all the extra strength. Anything I buy what's on sale. So Advil, aspirin, Tylenol, Midol, I'm popping all of that. And that's not good. It has so many different side effects. And that's why I love CBD because it's a more natural way to ease pain, discomfort, and stress. And of course, help you in the bedroom, what I talk about. So I was like, you know what, Shani, we're going to tough it out and just get through the day. And as soon as we go home, we're going to get everything that we use to help us with the cramps. So when I got home, I made this story and was like, hey, I had a horrible day at work. I'm about to take everything for my cramps. I had pictures of my suppositories, my tincture, my roll on. I use all those things to combat my cramps. And usually I'm good. In 20-25 minutes, I am feeling so good. And I said I'm going to take a nap and I'm gonna come back and go live and tell everybody about it. I said, leave me any questions. Boom. I got a couple people immediately was like, send me the link for the suppositories. I want that. A few people asked me questions, but I did not come back on live. I was knocked out. I fell asleep by like 4 o'clock and I slept all night long. Like I'm not even faking. All night long. I woke up at 9:15. I remember waking up, I was like, oh shit, it's dark. It's dark outside. It's daylight savings time, so it stays lighter later. So I looked at my cell phone, 9:15. I was like, well, might as well go back to sleep now. And so I went back to sleep. So I didn't come on live and tell you all about it. So that's what I came on today. Because a lot of people, well, not a lot of people. I have 4 questions here that people turned in about what asked me, sent me in my DM in my inbox on Facebook about CBD and cramps. So quickly, um, real quick, what are cramps? In a nutshell, your body's getting rid of the layer of the uterus that is created. So if you get pregnant, there's somewhere for the embryo to go, and you'll be good. If you don't get pregnant, then the uterine lining has to be released. It needs to come out. There's all these contractions of the uterus. That's the cramps, it's inflammation and stuff like that. So we know that, or you might not know, but most people talk about CBD helps with inflammation. It helps with muscle relaxation, which is crucial to help us with our cramps, right? So that's how the basis of how it works in a nutshell without getting too long. So what do I use? This is what I personally use. I use usually first thing first, I rub my roll-on. It's kind of glary. I rub my roll-on my abdomen. So I rub it on my abdomen. It has a cooling effect. It's going to quickly, that cooling effect is going to start working. I'm going to feel some relief while the CBD is being absorbed by my skin. I'm going to feel that cooling relief off the bat. So already, as soon as I rub this on, it's going to be like, okay, feels good. Then I'm going to, I do roll on first, and then I take, this is 1,500 milligrams of Delta 8 tincture. Delta 8 is THC. So if you're someone that takes a drug test, you would not be able to use this. But a lot of times, this is what I take when I'm on my cycle because I want to be super relaxed. And that this is a high milligram bottle of THC. So I take that. This is on my website. Delta 8 is legal because it's derived from hemp plant. So since the hemp plant is legal, we can get this Delta 8 THC out, and that's also legal. So I take usually when I'm on my cycle. Usually when I'm not on my cycle, I don't take more than a half a dropper full. When on my cycle, I take a whole dropper full because I need to really feel good. So this is what I use when I'm on my cycle. And then I pop this is my own. I don't even know why I put the stickers on the bags of the suppositories I use. So this is one suppository, and I just stick this in, open it up, and stick this in vaginally. You get a set of 5 in a package. And so what that's going to do, that's going to go up in the vagina. It's going to melt. It's going to be absorbed. And we have so many different receptors, pelvis region. And that's right where the uterus is. So when you're putting the CBD vaginally up there and it's getting absorbed right there where all of the contractions and all of the pain and inflammation is happening, that's awesome. That's the perfect place for it to go because it can get to work right in the area that is needed. So at this point, I have 3 different methods and consumption methods of CBD. And I took a tincture, sublingually. I would demonstrate, but I already took a full dropper full and I still got to shoot another video with Tony and I don't want to be high. So, but you take it and like I said, I take a dropper full and then you put it under your tongue. Drop it under your tongue. You let it sit there for about 90 seconds or so till most of it absorbed under your tongue. You're going to get more than milligrams of the THC getting it in that way sublingually than if you just swallowed it. So that's working through the inside. Also help, PMS is crazy when you're in your period. So it helps with PMS because that's all, different stress levels and things like that. And then I have the suppository working in anally. So the suppository and the tincture, those are going to be getting into my bloodstream. The roll on is just going to be on my skin, making me feel good immediately and being soaked in through the skin in my abdomen. So that is what I take every single month. And usually my cramps only hurt me on days 2 and 3. So usually that's the only days that I need it. So I don't even have to use I usually have one left over because I take my CBD time. What's it? Worked well. Oh, Rhoda says yes, yes, yes. I won't lie. I didn't think the suppositories would work, but y'all just get them. Yes, they work. I love them. I don't know how I survived the cramps without them, and they're great. They're great by themselves. It really depends on your pain level. If it's a day where I just have mild cramps and nothing else going on, I might just do the suppository. If it's even milder, I might just do the roll on. So, your pain will vary on what he's actually going to take and how much. But really quick, the questions that I got sent to me in my DM, one person said, does it drip out? I'm guessing they're talking about the suppository. So usually when I put it in, so I put it in and before I put my cup in. So I put it in, I usually lay down on the bed. I might watch the news a little bit while I'm waiting for it to be absorbed. So I usually wait, 10, 15 minutes, as much as I'm usually doing something on my phone or looking at TV. And maybe it's a little longer, but I let it melt and get absorbed a little bit before I put my cup back in. And then and when I put it in at nighttime, same thing, lay in the bed for a while before I put my cup in. How many times a day do you take them? I take them twice a day. I take one in the morning time before I go to work, and I take another one before I go to sleep. That's what I do. Everybody's dosage level is going to be different. So it's really CBD is really a trial and error type thing. So you want to start with the lowest dose that you can take before you move up to another one. So maybe just start taking one a day. See if that, relieves your cramps for the whole day. If not, then add another one in where when you think that, because usually my cramps hurt early in the morning time and then they hurt sometimes in the middle of the night. So that's why I take one before I go to sleep, and then I take another one as soon as I get up. That's what works for me, but you can figure it out. Let's see. Is all of that too much? So I'm thinking that they're talking about I'm taking the suppositories, I'm taking the tincture, and I'm doing the roll on. Is that too much? No, it's not too much. You're not going to overdose on CBD or THC. It could make you sleepy. I took a lot of the THC last night, so that's probably why I was knocked out for so long, but I didn't mind. I need the rest. When you're on your cycle, there's so much going on the inside. I mean, you're going to be tired anyway, so why not get some sleep? Let your body do what it's due and just relax. So that's what I do. Um, the last person said, how many? I printed these up. How many suppositories come in a pack? So there's 5 in each pack. A lot of people get them on subscription. If you go on there, you can see how you can get them every month. And of course, it's cheaper if you get it every month. And then you don't have to worry about it. They just come in the mail every month. One thing about the suppositories, at home, I keep them in like a dark room or whatever. My house it never gets extremely hot, but these are oil based. So if they sit in your car for a long time or they're somewhere hot, they will melt. what you want to do is, if it's melty, do not open up the package. Put it in the refrigerator, let it cool down. It'll form back to the mold. And wait till it is cold, because it's going to be easier to put it in. If it's too soft and mushy when you take it out, then you're just going to have to mush it all up there. So put it back in the refrigerator, let it get cold. If you're someone that doesn't like a lot of air conditioning, lives in a hot climate, then I would just keep them in the refrigerator. And at our warehouse, we have them in the refrigerator because sometimes it could get hot in there, and I just want them to be nice and solid when they're getting mailed out. So that is all the questions I had. Oh, and since you're watching live, I have a couple of offerings tonight. Every time I go live, there's going to be a little something offer for a little something that, is a bonus for you watching it live. So if you order the suppositories or the tincture, or there's a bundle on my website called the CRAMPS Killer, those are all 20% off tonight. So if you order suppositories by itself, if you order the tincture, the 1500 milligram Delta 8 THC tincture by itself, or you order the Cramps Killer bundle, which is the roll-on, the suppositories, and I think I have one up here. Oh yeah, I do. And a lavender bath bomb. I didn't take a bath yesterday, but one of the things that I love also is to use CBD bath bomb, put in the water, get in the water, because of course the warm water is also going to help the cramps. CBD again is being absorbed through your skin because the CBD melts and it gets all in the water, it gets in your skin. And combined with the warm water, that's going to feel awesome. So that's the Cramp Killer bundle. So those are the three things that you'll get 20% off just tonight, just until midnight. So that is what I have going on. Did anybody else have any questions? Like I said, this was a quick video that I said I was going to do last night if I didn't fall asleep. But that is my routine for how I combat my cramps every month. So you can watch the replay tonight for the code and other information. If you're just joining in, it's going to be on Instagram and my YouTube. It'll be up there. So until next time, guys, see ya.